All right, so if you're a hockey fan, you know the feeling. You've been on the absolute edge of your seat during a tied Olympic hockey game, just wondering, what happens now? Well, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the super exciting and, yeah, sometimes kind of confusing world of Olympic hockey overtime.
Just picture it, right? Two countries, 60 minutes of just grueling hockey, and the score's tied. The final horn blows, the whole arena is electric. I mean, this isn't just any game, this is the Olympics. So what's next? Do we go straight to a shootout? Do they just play until someone drops? Well, the answer is, it's complicated. It depends.
See, this is where it gets different from, say, a regular NHL game, where the rule is pretty much set in stone. In the Olympics, the format actually changes as the tournament goes on. Basically, the overtime rules are all about how much is at stake. The deeper into the tournament you get, the more the rules change to match just how high those stakes are. And you should know, these rules aren't just something they cook up for the Olympics. Nope. They're actually set by the International Ice Hockey Federation. You'll hear them called the IIHF. They're the big bosses for all major international tournaments, and their rulebook is what sets the stage for how a champion gets crowned. Okay, so let's break this down, starting right at the beginning of the tournament. We're talking about the group stage, or the preliminary round. If the game ends in a tie here, this is the first set of rules that kicks in. First thing that happens is a 5-minute sudden death overtime. And it's 3-on-3 hockey, which, if you've seen it, is just chaos and wide open ice. It's all about speed and skill. The first goal wins, game over, that's it. But what if nobody scores in those 5 minutes? Well, then we move on to part 2, the shootout. So the shootout starts off pretty standard. Each team picks 5 players. They go one-on-one with the goalie. Whoever scores the most goals after those 5 rounds wins. Simple enough. But what happens if it's still tied after 5 shooters apiece? Now that's where things get really, really interesting. All because of one very unique rule. And I'm telling you, this one rule is responsible for one of the most legendary moments in recent Olympic memory. I am, of course, talking about T.J. Oshie, Sochi 2014. Team USA versus Russia. The performance that basically turned him into a national hero overnight. Okay, so here's the crazy part. Once you get past those first 5 shooters, it becomes sudden death. But, and this is the key, unlike a lot of other leagues, the coach can pick any player to shoot, including the same guy, over and over and over again. And you better believe that's exactly what the US coach did. Get this, TJ Oshie went out there 6 times, and he put the puck in the net 4 times. He finally sealed the deal for Team USA in the 8th round. It was just an insane display of pure skill and ice-cold nerves, and it was all possible because of that one little quirk in the rulebook. All right, so that's the group stage. Now let's climb the ladder to the next phase, the knockout rounds. We're talking quarterfinals, semifinals, do-or-die games. You lose, you're out. The pressure is way higher, so guess what? The rules change again to match it. So the first big change you'll notice is pretty straightforward. You get more hockey. That fast-paced 3-on-3 overtime, it gets doubled. We go from 5 minutes up to 10. And the thinking here is pretty clear, right? They want to give the teams more of a chance to win it in actual team play, instead of just sending it to the shootout right away. But here's the thing. Even though the overtime is longer, the basic idea is the same. You play that 10-minute 3-on-3 period. If nobody scores, you're still heading to that 5-round shootout. And yeah, that means you could absolutely still see another TJ Oshie moment if it goes deep into sudden death. Okay, but now we get to the big one, the gold medal final. This is for all the marbles. Everything is on the line. And for this single game, they basically throw out the old rulebook and bring in a whole new set of rules designed to crown a champion in the most epic way imaginable. Yeah, when it comes to the championship game, the format is totally different. It's not just a longer version of what came before. The whole point is to guarantee a classic finish and leave absolutely zero doubt about which team truly earned that gold medal. So get ready for this. The overtime period is now a full 20 minutes. 20 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey. That is an entire regulation period of wide-open, high-stakes, heart-pounding action. It's an unbelievable test of stamina, skill, and pure will. And this is the single biggest, most important change of all. Are you ready? There is no shootout. That's it. Gone. The skills competition is completely off the table. This game will not be decided by one player against one goalie. So
You're probably asking, well, what happens then? They just keep playing? If no one scores in that first 20-minute overtime, they take a full intermission, just like between periods. They clean the ice, and they come right back out for another 20-minute 3-on-3 period. And they'll keep doing that until somebody, anybody, scores that golden goal to win it all. So why all the changes? Why does it escalate like this? It might seem a little confusing at first, but there's actually a really clear logic behind it all. Let's wrap it up and look at the big picture. This chart lays it all out perfectly. You can really see the progression, right? Starts with a quick 5-minute OT and a shootout in the group stage. Then it bumps up to 10 minutes for the knockout rounds. And finally, for the gold medal game, it's a 20-minute period with absolutely no shootout. It goes from a fast solution to an absolute marathon battle for the championship. And the philosophy behind all this is really about the spirit of the game. Look, shootouts are a ton of fun. They're super dramatic. But the IIHF's point of view is that the biggest prize in a team sport should be decided by team play. They want the gold medal to be won on a great pass, a huge defensive stop, a brilliant team effort, not on a one-on-one skills contest. Oh, and one last really important detail. These rules are exactly the same for both the men's and the women's tournaments. It creates one single unified standard for what it takes to be an Olympic hockey champion. And that's actually a pretty big deal, because you might remember back in 2018, the women's gold medal game was famously decided in a shootout. Not anymore.